Okay, welcome to Game 7 of the Tom Seaver replay. As you can see, through 6 games, in the replays 3-2, 50 innings pitched, 37 hits, 18 earned runs. So his earned run average is a little high, 3.24. His record's 3-2. Ks and home runs are around the same, as well as base on balls. So we are at Shea Stadium for Game 7, and we're up against the Atlanta Braves. So let's see what we can do here. (4-7) against a righty. Against a left-handed batter. 4-7, single 1-5. Line out 6-20. Line out to the second baseman. Davey Johnson. 3-10 versus a righty. Ground out to shortstop. And Hank Aaron. 4-7 versus a righty. Double 1-6. Fly out 7-20. Fly out to center field. Pat Dobson will be going for the Atlanta Braves tonight, and the leadoff batter will be Ted Martinez. (5-8) versus a righty. Double 1-16. Single 17-20. Double for Ted Martinez. Felix Mian. .410 against a righty. Struck him out. Wayne Garrett. 3-7 versus a righty. Single 1-6. Line out 7-20. Lines out to first base. And Rusty Staub. (5-4) versus a lefty. Ground ball third base X. The third baseman is Darrell Evans. He's a 3.25. He gets there. Let's check the error. It's 8 on a 25. Ooh, one base error. So we have runners on first and third. 2 outs for the left-handed batter, Ed Kranepool. Ooh, 2. Okay, so now we have a potential balk or pass ball. It's a potential pass ball. So the pass ball rating of the catcher, Johnny Oates, is a 5. Let's check if anything. 9, so no pass ball. Kranepool. 3-6 versus a righty. Ooh, just missed it. Ground ball to the first baseman. So, nobody gets anything in the first. We'll move on to the second. And Darrell Evans will be leading off for the for the Braves. 1-8 versus a righty. Struck him out. Mike Lum. 5-10 versus a lefty. Fly out to center field. and Dusty Baker. 6-9 versus a righty. Ground ball shortstop X, that's Harrelson. He's a 1E16. 9, 11 on an E16. Nothing, he got it. 6-3. Again, another 1-2-3 inning for Seaver. Okay, let's see what we got here. Leading off would be Jim Gosger. Okay. 4-5 versus a lefty. Another. So it's a ground ball shortstop X. The shortstop is Marty Perez. He's a 4E30. So 12, he gets there on an E30, 11. He makes the play. Everybody held their breath on that one. Jerry Grody, 5-3 versus a righty. Ground ball pitcher X. Dobson is a 3E28. 9, 12 gets there in range. A 12 on an E28. Ooh, that's a one-base error on Dobson. So 2 errors by the Braves to start off the game. Bud Harrelson be the batter. Nothing on the Havoc roll. 6-4 versus a switch hitter, so he'll be batting lefty. Fly ball center field X. That's Dusty Baker. He's a 2E7. Gets there. 12-15 on an E7. That's a 2-base error. 15 on an E7. 2-base error. Three errors by the Braves to start the game off. We got Seaver up, second and third. See what he can do. Nothing on the Havoc roll. Three, 4. Walk. Bases loaded. 1 out for Ted Martinez. Nothing on the Havoc. 111 versus a righty. Ballpark single chance. And Shea, I think it's a 1-11 on a righty. Let me double check that. Yep, 1-11 on a righty. 14. So he lines out to the shortstop. Felix Mian, last chance to get runs. Don't want to leave the bases loaded. 5-8 righty. Ooh, right into the heart of his card. 5-8, double 1-16, single 17-20. Double for Felix Mian. 2 runs come in. Seaver goes to third. Second and third, 2 outs for Wayne Garrett. 10. 2-7 versus a righty. Double 1-3. 16 fly to center field. 2 runs for the Mets. And move that over. And batting for the A's, we will have Jack Pierce. Now I had to go off the Strat viewer in order to get Pierce's card. So we got it right here. 3-9 versus a righty, struck him out. Marty Perez. 2-6 righty, flat to center field. Pat Dobson. That is a 410. Dobson's batting righty. That's a ballpark single chance. 12-0 there. Lines out to the shortstop. So, okay, so we have perfect for Seaver through 3. Dobson, not so much. Leading off for the Mets will be Rusty Staub. Six, 7. Trying to get a new setup here, so we'll look at that. Double 1 to 14, single 15 to 20. Double for Staub. It's getting hit around today. One 7 versus a righty, single 1 to 4. 15. Line out to second. Gosker. Four versus a lefty. Ground ball shortstop X. Marty Perez, he's a 4E30. 5 on a 4. That's a single. Let's see if there's any bases. 14 on a 30. So that's a single. Runners advance 1 base. Runners on first and third. 1 out. Grody. 2-4. Versus a righty, ground out to third. Oh, ground ball third base B. So let's say they have the infield in. First and third. With a B. 7. Batter safe, lead runner out, others runners 1 base. So, fielder's choice. Lead runner out. So Staub tried to go home. So we got 2 outs. Bud Harrelson's the batter. 5-3 versus a lefty. Ground ball pitcher X. Dobson's a 3E28. 5, 6. 6 on an E28. Nothing. 1 to 3. No runners on for anyone on the third. Let's go to the top of the 4th. Let's see what they can do here. Johnny Oates lead it off. Three 5 righty, flat to right. Davy Johnson. 3-2 versus righty. Hit by pitch. Gonna ignore the injury because we're doing as played. Hank Aaron. 5-7 righty, struck him out. Darrell Evans. 2. Okay, so we have a possible balk or pass ball. 2. That's a balk check, or excuse me. Yeah, that's a balk check. Viewers is 0, so that doesn't matter. Seaver's a 0. Evans 5-6 versus a lefty. Struck him out. Let's check it out. Seaver will be leading off here in the bottom of the 4th versus Dobson. Okay. 6-8 righty. Ground ball second base X. 3E32 for Davy Johnson. He gets there. 11-13 on E32. He gets it 4-3. He gets to play. Back to the top of the order. Ted Martinez is the batter. .410 versus a righty. Struck him out. Felix Mian, who had a key double earlier in his last at bat. 5-7 versus a righty. Single 1-16. 19. Ground out to third. Let's go to the top of the 5th. Seaver pitching very well here. Michael Lum will be leading off here. The top of the 5th. Okay, let's see what we got here. The lefty, Mike Lum. 4-11. That's a diamond chance. Now, lefty in Shea Stadium. Is 1-6. 1-6 will be homer. 7-20, fly out. 9, flied out to right. Dusty Baker will be the batter. 6-8 versus a righty. Ground ball third base B. And Jack Pierce, you have to get him off of the Stratomatic viewer. 1-7, struck him out. Okay, we're doing well here. Let's move on to Wayne Garrett. Mets still up 2-0. Bottom of the 5th. Let's see what we got here. Wayne Garrett's the batter. 1-6 righty, walked. Rusty Staub. 4-8 lefty. Fly out to right. Ed Cranepool. 2-6 versus a righty. Ground ball second base A. 4-6-3. 5 innings. 2-0. Mets holding on to that lead. Seaver will be up against Marty Perez, Pat Dobson, and Johnny Oates. Let's see what we got here. Marty Perez, right-handed batter. .54 versus a righty. Ground ball third base X. Third baseman is Wayne Garrett. He's a 4E30. 5. Looks like that no hitters lost here. Single past Garrett. 11 on E30. Single. So there goes a no-hitter. Pat Dobson will be the batter. He will sacrifice. His sacrifice rating is a A. We're going to bring the corners in to make him a B. 8. Successful sacrifice. Perez goes to second. Johnny Oates is the batter. 17, nothing on the Havoc. One, 3, ballpark single chance. 14, nothing on that. The left-hander lines out to the second baseman. Davey Johnson's the batter. Powerful Davey Johnson. Maybe he can do something here. Nothing on the Havoc. 1-7, walked. Okay, so we got runners on first and second, 2 outs for Hank Aaron. Seaver's going to pitch to him. 5-7 righty. Struck him out. All right, let's move on to Jim Gosker, who will lead off the bottom of the 5th inning for the Mets. Again, we have a 2-0 game. Mets look like they were on their way to more, but Dobson's kind of held it steady here. 2-6 versus a righty. Struck him out. Jerry Grody. 1-8 versus a righty. Ground out to short. And Bud Harrelson. 4-7 versus a lefty because he's a switch hitter. Fly out to center. Seaver holding on tightly to a 2-0 lead here. But you got a lot of power with these Atlanta Braves. A lot of power. Let's see what we can do here. Darrell Evans leads it off, the lefty. 5-3 versus a lefty. Ground ball pitcher X. Seaver gets to it. He's an E26. 11. Makes the play. Mike Lum's the batter. 5-5 lefty. Struck him out. Dusty Baker. 2-8 versus a righty, fly out to center. We're going to keep Dobson in there right now. He's doing really well. And I got Seaver leading off here. The bottom of the 7th. So let's see what Seaver can do here. It's a pitcher 2 card. 3-11, fly out to center. Ted Martinez back to the top of the order. Let's see what he can do. Two 5, struck him out. Felix Mian. 6-6 righty single. Wayne Garrett. Nothing on Havoc. Let's see what Garrett can roll. 2-5 versus a righty. That's the clutch rating. Now we have 2 outs. So the rule on a clutch rating, let's just read that off too. Make sure we do that correctly. Page 13. Okay, so let's look at a clutch hitting. Ignore this symbol and accept the original result, unless there are 2 outs with at least 1 runner on second or third, which isn't, it's at first. So 2-5, it's a single. Rusty Staub. 1, possible wild pitch. He's a 1-3. 12, so no wild pitch. 1-9 versus a righty ground ball shortstop A. 6-3. Dobson had a rough start, but pitching really well here. Let's see what Seaver. Now the actual game was the Mets 7-2. We have Jack Pierce who will lead off here, and as I've said before, we got him off the Strat Matic viewer. He's got 2 Ks, so he's not making too much of an impression today. Let's see what Pierce can do. See if he put his card. Yep. 3-6. Struck him out. 3rd time today. Marty Perez. 6-7 righty. Struck him out. Seaver pitching quite a game today. 1 hitter so far. Dobson. You gotta, don't you? You gotta pinch hit. All right, let's see what we got here. Let's bring in Ralph Garr. .59 lefty, struck him out. Okay, so we need a relief pitcher for Pat Dobson. Let's see what we got in the bullpen here for the Atlanta Braves. Yeah, nothing great. Let's go with. Ugh, there's nothing here. Wow. What a bad bullpen. Let's go with Danny Frisella. Okay, so we got that taken care of. Now, for the Mets, there are... Ed Kranepool will be leading off for them, and he'll be facing Danny Frisella. Dobson went 7. Frisella. And the batter will be Kranepool. Let's see what we got here. Kranepool against Frisella. Let's move this up a little bit. All right, you got a left-hander Kranepool versus the right-hander Frisella. 1-6, righty, ground out to the pitcher. Gosker. .411. We have it's a left-handed batter, fly out to left. And Jerry Grody. 5-8 righty, struck him out. So let's see if Seaver can hold on to that 2-run lead. He's pitching a great 1-hitter. And we were at the top of the order. Johnny Oates, Davey Johnson, and Hank Aaron. And as I said, we have a one-hitter going for Tom Seaver. 6'9" versus a lefty. Ground ball shortstop X. That's Harrelson. He's a 1E16. So mostly gets to the ball. 16 on a 16. Makes the play. 6-3. Davey Johnson. (5'9" versus a righty. Struck him out. Shea Crowd is on his feet. Hank Aaron, last batter, up against Seaver. 4-7 righty. Double 1-6, fly out to center field. Double. Jesus, he ain't gonna let this stop. That makes it a 2 there. Now we have Darrell Evans. Nothing on the Havoc. Crowd's on his feet. Wants to end this and go home. 3-6. Home run. Look at that. Home run, Darrell Evans. Straight shot. Whoa. Look at that. Wow. Wow. That just quieted down the crowd. Michael 3-6. Struck him out. Wow. Ties it up 2-2. Jeez, what a performance. Seaver, Darrell Evans, quiets the crowd. Okay, we got Frisella against Bud Harrelson. We'll have a pinch hitter in the back here if the Mets can do anything. Two to 2 game, bottom of the 9th. 5-3. It's a lefty pitcher X. He's a E36. 3 E36, 1. So it's a single. 6. And a 1-base error. So you got a single and a 1-base error. Single and an error. And we have to get a pinch hitter in here. Let's get somebody to move him over. How about Jim Beauchamp? He'll come in. Frisella's going to stay in there. Let's check the Havoc roll first. Nothing there. 1-7, ground ball shortstop A. I believe in A, he just stays there. Yeah. Yep, 6-3. Beauchamp can't do anything, can't move him over. Get him out of there. Ted Martinez, hopefully he can do something here. Ooh, 2. Okay, so we got a possible pass, pull, or ball check. 3, possible balk. 1-7. 9. No, nothing. Five, 6. Righty. Fly out to center. Felix Mian. 12, nothing there. 2-3, fouls out to the third baseman. Top of the 10th, Mets need a pitcher. Seaver went 9. He won't factor into the decision. We are going to bring in, let's take a look here. We're going to go right for it. We're going to bring in Tug McGraw. Seaver, Tug, and the Dusty Baker will be leading it off against Tug McGraw. Wow. Still can't stop thinking about that Darrell Evans homer. 2-9 versus a lefty. Ground out to second. McGraw comes in. Jack Pierce. Remember, we got off his card, which is awful. 2-7. Struck him out. Marty Perez. 1-6 versus a lefty. Ground ball, shortstop A. 6-3. I just want to double check something. Pierce, I'm assuming on a lefty it'll be the same. But my phone is actually recording the video, so I'm assuming it's not that much different. Wayne Garrett will lead off for the Mets. I can't check the viewer, so assuming that Jack Pierce couldn't do anything anyways. Who did the Braves bring in? Might have Frasilica one more inning. The bullpen's horrible. So let's bring in Adrian Devine. He's horrible, but 3-3 versus a righty. Ground out to first. Stop. Versus a lefty. 4-6 versus a left-handed batter. Fly out to right. And Crane Pool. 3-10. Double 1-2. Single 3-20. Single. Jim Gosker. 5-5 versus a lefty. Fly out to left. McGraw's going to stay in there. And he will be up against they're going to bring in a pinch hitter. That pinch hitter will be Sonny Jackson. Who does pretty decent against lefties. $5-5 versus a lefty. Struck him out. Johnny Oates. 2-9 lefty. Fly out to right. And Davey Johnson. $4-10 righty. Ballpark single chance. 17-0. Lines out to 6. So they get nothing in the 11th, and they have to bring in a pitcher. Divine goes 1. Let's bring in Tom House. And the Mets will have Jerry Grody. Tom House. Let's see what he does here. .511 versus a righty. It's a diamond chance. 13-0 on that. Flies out. To left. Harrelson. 6-5. Ground ball shortstop X. Hope he's a lefty, so should be going against it. Yep, ground ball shortstop X. As we know, he's a 4E30. So a 6 is a single, and the 30, 13 gets it. So single for Harrelson. Bring in a pinch hitter. We will bring in how about Willie Mays? Let's see what he can do. Nothing on the Havoc. 5-7 righty. Struck him out. Ted Martinez, top of the order. .610 righty. Fly out to center field. So, okay. Mets need a pitcher. McGraw went 2 perfect innings. Bring in somebody. Who we got here? Phil Hennigan. Let's bring him in. Against Hank Aaron. Let's see what we got here. Hank Aaron, top of the 12th. 6-8. Righty. Single 1 to 9. Single for Aaron. Darrell Evans, we all know what he did. See if he can do it again. Yep. Look at that. 3-6. Evans does it again. Straight shot. Look at that. Wow. Michael 4-8 lefty, single. It's just opening up right here. Dusty Baker. 6-3 righty. Ballpark single chance, 2, another single. for Baker. Jack Pierce. 1-7, struck him out. Remember, we get that off of the viewer card. Nothing on there. Marty Perez. 1-5. Another single. Bases loaded. 1 out for the pitcher spot. Let's bring a pitch hitter in there. Let's go Dick Dietz. .37 walk. Wow. Dietz walks. Top of the order. Johnny Oates. Just leaving. Yogi Berra's leaving Hennigan in there. 1-8. Single 2 stars. Jesus. Davy Johnson. 4-6 righty. Single 2 stars again. This is a mess. Hank Aaron. 5-3 righty. Diamond Chance. Go out of here. 3-run homer. They have 9 runs this inning. What's that ERA? With 1 out. .38, almost another home run. Pop out to shortstop. Mike Lum. 5-6 lefty, struck him out. I'm sure he got fatigued, but we're gonna let that one go. 9 runs by the Braves. 11 total runs. We need a pitcher though. What are we gonna bring in here? Felix Mian's the leadoff hitter. May's already, got a ping up pitch. Trying to find a reliever. Let's just bring in Ron Reed to close this thing out. .69 strikeout. Score sheet's a mess. Wayne Garrett, 1-3 versus a righty. Ground out to first. I'm gonna put it on this side to make it easier. When I input and I can decipher it, I put it into the Strat system. 3-8 versus a righty, line out to first. So that ends it. How about that? 11-2. 11-2. Wow. 9 runs for the Braves in the top of the 12th. Let's see what Seaver did. He gave up 3 hits, 1 home run, 3 earned runs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 12 strikeouts, and 1 walk. Pitched great, and everything fell through in the bottom of 12th. Thanks to everyone for joining, and I hope to see you at the next one.